Whether commuters or the public transport operators like it or not, change is upon the transportation scene in the Philippines. The awful traffic in Manila, coupled with its prehistoric public utility vehicles or the PUVs, have been cause of the suffering for all commuters. Not only are these vehicles causing a lot of inconvenience to the public, but are also a threat to their health and the environment. This initiative aims to improve the quality of life of the riding public and has been in the government's to-do list for a long time now. However, it's been consistently pushed under the rug because it's bad news for the jeepney drivers and their operators, despite the financial assistance that the government will extend to jeepney operators and drivers, making it less of a burden. So what is Jeepney Modernization Program? To understand the context and the coverage of this program, let's break down the real deal behind what Jeepney Modernization really means. The Jeepney Modernization Program is an initiative by Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board, or LTFRB, which will put in new and safer jeepneys in the public and phase out old and poorly maintained ones. This program is limited to jeepneys, buses, and all other PUVs that are older than 15 years. This program aims to address three areas. First is the new franchising system. The new franchising system will be fully regulated by the government. Improving PUVs to international standards. The government has also imposed a set of guidelines for all vehicles to meet before getting approved to operate in order to uphold safety, comfort, and environmental standards. Third and lastly is the training for drivers. The training will serve as a refresher or crash course on the technicalities of driving, safe measures, and proper etiquette in dealing with passengers.
What's in store for commuters? It's a promising initiative aimed at improving the mode of transportation for commuters, aside from the sleek new jeepneys that can take you from point A to point B safely. There are a handful of benefits that the riding public will enjoy when the Jeepney Modernization Program hit the ground. First is safety and comfort. A safer and more comfortable transportation system is the highlight of this modernization program. The new vehicles that are showcased by the government promise to be more spacious and offer a bunch of features that uphold the safety and security. The doors of some of these new jeepneys will be on the side of the vehicle instead of the back, and they will have a longer frame. Some units are air-conditioned to provide a more comfortable option, and these modern jeepneys are also PWD friendly. Aside from the essentials, these e-jeeps also come with GPS navigation system, a CCTV camera, dashboard camera, and even a Wi-Fi connection. This may be the icing of the cake, but they can make a world of difference in improving the quality of commuting of passengers. Second is the health and environment friendly. Everyone can agree that jeepneys in Metro Manila are the biggest contributors of carbon dioxide emission. In fact, in 2013, according to Climate Change Commissioner Harrison Alvarez, more than 500,000 diesel-fueled jeepneys, buses, trucks, and other vehicles in Metro Manila are responsible for about 70% of the total soot or black carbon emissions in the Philippines. Lastly, the better payment system. It's time to say goodbye to pakiabot po payment system that we've all grown accustomed to with jeepneys. Not necessarily, not yet. Though, e-jeepneys that will soon be hitting the streets come equipped with a top card-based fare collection system. Well-maintained, regular jeepneys that are not older than 15 years old will still remain on the streets. No more passing change from one passenger to the other. All you need to do is a loaded beep card and you're good to go.
So what is our advocacy? Our advocacy is for the government to really push through with this e-jeepney project because We believe that despite the negative effects, that this is still the best option for our country right now. Not only in an economical standpoint or in a political standpoint, but also for the community and also the environment. And which is why we also encourage the community to not only look at this in an at an income's perspective, but rather the overall result that it can give our country. Okay, so one of the benefits that this project can bring, not only economically, but also and most importantly, to the community, is that it can give more job opportunities and a more stable income to the community. One of the reasons is why once it is pushed through, the government is actually mandating jeepney operators to give a fixed salary to the jeepney drivers, regardless of how much they have earned through the month. Second, so due to the high demand of these e-jeepneys, once it is pushed through, manufacturers will need more people in order to produce that demand. So that will lead to more job openings to different manufacturers of these e-jeepneys. And lastly, new jobs will also be generated through the actual operation of the electric vehicle system, such as charging operations or the charging stations for these e-vehicles or the e-jeep, maintenance and service technicians, drivers, and transport operators.
And the second implication I see is, aside from that, it will put a new and interesting twist to the jeepney icon. This time, the jeepneys, especially here in Metro Manila, will not be viewed as a smog machine that spews deadly fumes and poses as a safety hazard to people on the streets. The second implications I see is the streamline of public transportations. Here in the Philippines, road safety and policies will be easier to roll out since the government can easily regulate PUB operators. And some economical implication is the increase in base fare. The modernization of public vehicles will lead to a higher base fare from 8 pesos to 12. This can be added a burden to the day-to-day expenses of commuters, but could result in higher income of the driver and some operators.
So I am an advocate of the modernization of e-jeepneys, because it really helps the environment. It lessens the emission of CO2, which destroys our ozone layer, and it also reduces noise because, as we all know, e-jeepneys are electrically powered, so it will have lesser noise pollution.
My first experience with an e-jeepney went well, although it costs a bit more than regular jeepneys. It still gives us a better way to invest in public transportation. It is environmentally friendly because it doesn't use gas, and it is convenient to use not only for the passengers but also to the drivers. It also requires less maintenance than the normal regular jeepneys we usually see.